Thousands of Islamic State fighters are held inside this heavily fortified prison guarded by Kurdish forces in northeastern Syria. The Syrian Democratic Forces, a US-backed group that holds a quarter of the country, says such jails have been attacked twice by Islamic State in attempts to free the incarcerated militants since the fall of Bashar al-Assad. The jails have come into focus since Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, a former al-Qaeda affiliate, seized power from Assad and established a new government aiming to restore central authority. But the Kurdish forces guarding the prison say they're wary about handing control over to Syria's new rulers.
Our forces alone are responsible for protecting these prisons. Sharing them with the new government will not be acceptable. Protecting these prisons is the responsibility of the coalition and SDF only.
Reuters was granted rare access to the prison in the northeastern city of Hasaka at the weekend. The SDF says it is guarding some 10,000 Islamic State fighters in total. Here, many foreigners are among the inmates. Their faces have been obscured.
We're 6 years in prison now, and we don't know anything about our situation, about our wives and about our children, and about our mothers. We don't have any information about our side.
Foreign powers are at odds over who should run the jails. The outgoing US administration had indicated its support for the SDF to continue in its role. The SDF has served as the spearhead of US-led efforts to counter Islamic State in Syria for a decade. The Kurdish forces drove the jihadists from their headquarters in Raqqa in 2017 before capturing their last foothold, Baghouz, in 2019. But Turkey, which has friendly relations with Syria's new rulers, sees the country's dominant Kurdish factions as a national security threat. Ankara wants the prisons handed over. The Interior Ministry in Damascus did not immediately respond to a request for comment. However, HTS, formerly the Nusra Front, has a history of conflict with Islamic State and rejects the transnational jihad promoted by its supporters. The leader of HTS has pledged to build a Syria inclusive of different religious and ethnic minorities. But the SDF and the new administration are at odds over how the Kurdish-led force might be integrated into Syria's new security apparatus. The SDF also says jihadists are seeking to exploit lax security across Syria. The Kurdish officer at the prison noted images of fighters with the flag used by Islamic State on their uniforms among those who seized Damascus. And he said he doesn't believe the Kurdish-led authorities would hand the jails to the new administration.